Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to my review of Escape Plan 2. What happened? That just happened just now. You know what? This feels better than watching this fucking movie. We'll leave this in. We'll leave this fucking. Now, that's a way to start off, huh? So, some people say I'm not a fan of Stallone, even though things are the contrary. I did a marathon of Sylvester Stallone movie reviews where I praise and love many of his films. I love Over the Top. I think that's a criminally underrated movie. Someone even knew I was a fan and got me a hat that's like the one he wears in Over the Top. I love all four Rambo films. I think Rambo 3 is criminally underrated. I love Lock Up. I love Tango and Cash, probably my favorite buddy cop film. I have a Rambo cap. My username's Rambo. I defend ICU, also known as Detox, which kissed the ever loving fuck out of this movie. Daylight I enjoy. Nighthawks I enjoy. Cliffhanger and Demolition Man, which did their 25th anniversary this year. And instead of making 25th anniversary special edition Blu-rays with all the deleted scenes like Jesse Ventura fighting Stallone and Demolition Man, which got deleted, never seen the light of day, no, instead, the money was wasted on this skullfuck of a flick. The pain I feel in my finger feels better than the pain of watching this fucking movie. Better usage of money. 25th anniversary of Demolition Man. 25th anniversary of Cliffhanger. Some people think that if you're a fan of an actor or director, you have to eat shit. No, I don't want to eat shit. I want the steak, I want the burger and the fries. I want the pizza, I want the milkshake, and not the kind of fucking milkshake that comes out of the faucet called a dick. I want an actual milkshake. And when you see a film that's more fucking embarrassing than even the fucking Italian Stallion, it's fucking porn film. And I know I've seen it because I did a Sylvester Stallone marathon on this channel. I have a playlist where all of my Stallone movie reviews are at. I even reviewed and saw shit like Rebel, which maybe 4 other people in the world have seen. And I still say the Italian Stallion is less embarrassing than this fucking movie. Because at least the Italian Stallion, Party of Titty and Studs, at least he was almost pretty much homeless and he was looking for work and money and he had nowhere to turn. There's no excuse with this movie. There's no excuse. And the fact is, I am a Stallone fan and I know he can do better. If he cannot do the action anymore, then do acting performances like Copland. Wait, Lock Up. Do the stuff that Clint Eastwood was doing when he was doing stuff like In the Line of Fire. I am a big fan of Stallone, and I don't want him wasting his time and effort on worthless piles of fluff like this. If the guy only has, say, 5 movies left, I don't want the 5 movies to be Estate Plan 2 and 3. Oh yeah, we cannot get a sequel to Cobra. We can't get a sequel to Tango and Cash, or Demolition Man, or the cliffhanger could have been sequel, The Dam, or there was a film he was going to do with Jackie Chan. Would love to have seen that. He says no to that, but does this in Estate Plan 3. I wasn't a fan of the first one. Yes, I would say it's better than this, but I'm not a fan of the first Estate Plan because I'm like Stallone and Arnold. Yeah, they're not in their prime, but do a Death Wish 3. Charles Bronson was pretty old, but he was shooting a lot of motherfuckers in the face with his big ass gun. And then the bigger ass fucking gun that 2 people had to carry. That's why Death Wish 3 is awesome. Escape Plan sucks. But it made money overseas. So that's why you have this. Stallone and Bautista are the stars of the film. They're not the stars of the film. You know how much Stallone is in the first hour of this movie? If you take away the end credits, it's about an hour and 27 minutes. In the first hour, he's in about 7 minutes tops of the movie. 7 minutes tops. Top, 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 top. Top the mountain that you might as well fucking dive off of instead of watching this movie. You know, the one laugh I got out of the movie is the very, very opening, where literally it was about 5 to 7 fucking companies having their logos on there. It was funny. It was like Summit, turns around Lionsgate. Okay. Grindstone Entertainment. Okay. EFO. Okay. Liamus. Okay. Fizz Facility. Okay. Ingenious. Okay. How many fucking production companies can it take to make one shitty movie? And why am I not yelling? Because I don't want to hurt your eardrums. You don't have to suffer. And of course, trailer sucked. It's a sequel to the movie I didn't even like. And yeah, I'm not going to like shit. Because I think and I know the guy can do better. I mentioned them. From Nighthawks to all 4 Rambo films. Rocky 1 through 6. Fuck Creed. Over the Top, Lock Up, Cliffhanger, Demolition Man. Hell, films like The Specialist and Assassins are not that bad when you look at films like this. The first Expendables, great. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to like Bullet to the Head. I'm not going to like Escape Plan. I'm not going to like Reach Me, the fucking Reach Around. And I'm not going to like this. You want an Escape Plan to get out of this movie? Go fucking blind and deaf and dumb. Well, actually, too late, because when you watch the movie, it makes you fucking dumb. And it makes me wonder, does Sly, is he in trouble with the IRS? Is he losing money? Does he need money that fucking badly to do direct-to-video films that are in the realm of Steven Seagal? I mean, in the movie itself, it's directed by a fucking hack named Stephen C. Miller, who did shit like Automaton Transfusion, some shitty Bruce Willis direct-to-video films like Marauders and First Kill with Bruce Willis and Hayden Christensen. Some would say the best movie he did was the remake to Silent Night, Deadly Night called Silent Night. And I wasn't even a big fan of that movie either. Although, yes, it's better than this. But I wasn't even a big fan of that one. Steven C. Miller. C stands for crap. Stephen Cunt Miller. Stephen Chicken Shit Miller. Stephen Cotsleeve Miller. Who cannot hold his fucking camera still. Is that why his middle name is C for cock? Because he's too busy jerking him while he has the camera? Is that why he's fucking shaking all the time? He's holding the camera and he's jerking his dick. And that's why the fucking camera won't fucking stay still. Because he's jerking it. Jerk it on your face. And swallow. God, this fucking movie sucked. Easily one of the worst films of the year for me. One of Stallone's worst fucking movies. I can't call his number one worst because that'll always be Spy Kids 3. I saw that bullshit in the theater. Spy Kids 3 will always be the worst, but it's easily in his top 5. Sadly, Bullet to the Head and Escape Plan are better than this movie. I don't like those movies either, but yes, the first one is better. Opening of the film, this Asian guy who he's the main guy and he can't fucking act. Carrot Top is a better actor than this fucking guy. I don't remember his fucking name. Xiaoming, whatever the hell. He can't act. He has stilted fucking delivery of his dialogue. Hello, how it is going, Breslin? My name is blah. Welcome. Like, seriously, this is the best guy you can get? Really? This is the best guy you can get? This is the best guy? Bullshit. There's many better Asian actors who are also martial artists. And him, this other fucking white guy who I remember he starred in these fucking Dead Rising movies for Crackle original movie, and even those are better than this. And then this other fucking guy, you think they're going to get killed in front of this camera, the camera blows up, Asian beats the fuck out of people by fucking Shady Tam literally doing this. Made to be fucking dizzy. Hold it fucking straight. Stop jerking off while you're filming. Stephen Cockmiller. The shitty CGI fire that I've literally seen better in a fucking video game. It's not even me being over the top. Not the good over the top, but it's not even be deceiving. It literally is CG fire from a video game from the explosion. They go on this rescue, but unfortunately, a woman is shot and killed in the process. So then the one guy who is about algorithms on his computer, trusts the computer more than his team, he gets fired. You have Stallone, and it's one of 7 minutes in the first hour, asking the Asian guy how to say "I am stupid" in his language. Is it because, yes, I am stupid for taking this role. I am stupid for not doing a film with Jackie Chan, which is how fucking John Cena is going to do. You just star in a film called Ex-Baghdad with Jackie Chan, and you two finally get to work together, or you can do this movie and a fucking bullshit third film. Gee, I wonder what fucking decision I should fucking make. Sly, what is going on, man? I seriously want to ask him face to face, what are you doing? You could make Hunter your version of Predator. You could make, strips you were part of, like Fatalis, or the strip back in the day, I forgot the fuck, Isobar, about the train, and it's a monster movie with Rick Baker effects that he was going to do in the 90s. Why don't you do one of those fucking movies? Or if you can't do that kind of stuff, then do more dramatic work like Copland. With a good script and a good director. This is not a good director. It's definitely not a good script. I'm not going to like it just because Stallone's in it. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme as well. But not every fucking film. There is not a single person on earth, actor, director, actress-wise, that has a perfect record of movies. John Carpenter's my favorite director, but I think The Ward is a piece of shit. But lately, Stallone, I don't know what the fuck. You're sitting there asking how to say "I am stupid" against a fucking guy who is atrocious and is stilted dialogue. I've seen a fucking speak and spell deliver dialogue with more fluidity than this fucking guy. I've seen Teddy Ruxpin fluid and spit that fucking dialogue with more fluidity than this fucking guy. You should have just had fucking Teddy Ruxpin instead of this fucking Asian guy. It's not because he's Asian, it's because he sucks. Hey, you want to work with an Asian guy, Sly? Try to work with Jackie Chan. What the fuck? Just lazy? Wake up, man. Then it's a year later. This Asian guy's working with his cousin. He fights these guys in shitty, shaky town. These guys with masks on their face. Gets captured. He put in this fucking rejet of Fortress. Fucking Fortress 2 Reentry is a better movie than this. Cheap ass sets. It's like, look up and it's a lot of emptiness, circular. It's like a bare room with a couple neon lights. And some effects that are from the fucking Sci-Fi Channel for the electric grid on their doors when they get shot and you see the electricity on them. I've seen better effects on fucking Power Rangers, the TV show. And then for some reason this prison's run by a computer, and for some reason from time to time they have these fights. I don't know why. What's the point of these fights? But they have these fights, and if you win, you're in Sanctuary, which is these shitty screens to show the beach or show everything's fine. And throughout the film, there's a couple fights. This guy doesn't know how to direct action. And there's something about his cousin has his patent for this satellite technology. Finally, Sly, wow, he has a little bit more part of his 7 minutes in the first hour. Meets with Bautista at a bar. There's a 30-second gunfight where he holds a guy and shoots like 4 or 5 guys. Bautista shoots a guy with a shotgun, throws a guy down. And then says one of the worst lines in his career, Stallone's career, where Bautista goes, "Is it good to be back?" Sly goes, "No, it's bad to be back." Are you saying this for the audience, for me? Yeah, if you're doing this, it's bad to be back. I mean, fucking got hurt watching your fucking movie. Yeah, it's bad to be back. What kind of... I thought the line in the previous film was bad, where he's just like, boom. I know Sly Arnold is more of the one-liner guy, but fuck, look at Cobra. You're disease, and I'm the cure. This is where the law stops, and I start. Sucker. To now, it's bad to be back. And also, that's another thing. Why the fuck are you doing an escape plan sequel when the whole point of the first movie was that Arnold and Sly were together in a movie? That was the gimmick. The gimmick of the first movie was Arnold and Sly are actually starring together as the two leads of a movie. And you don't even have that. I'm surprised Arnold isn't in the movie, considering the shit he's been doing lately, like killing Gunther, which is another piece of shit. What's up? Like, Arnold and Stallone, I understand they're not in their prime and they can't do a Commando Rambo anymore. But that doesn't mean you have to settle for killing Gunther and Escape Plan 2 Hades. Yeah, Hades, because you go to fucking hell. When you win hell, you watch this movie again and again and again. That's hell. We watching this fucking movie 24/7. Again, Sly's in it. He's the star of the movie. He's in it 7 fucking minutes in the first hour of this. You take out the end credits, an hour and 27-minute movie. The other guy, played by Jesse Metcalfe, he's just randomly, he's in the middle of a car chase. Like, it just cuts him in the middle of a car chase, and then he gets caught and put into the prison. There's this point where the Asian's cuffed to his cousin, and he fights 2 guys who are also cuffed, beats him up in like 10 seconds. The look of this prison has no imagination, has no ingenuity, has no creativity. is a bare bones room with a couple neon lights sprinkled around it, and some shitty looking CG like doors, like force field doors. It's pretty much like 50 Cent. Oh, you cannot get Arnold back, but thank God you got 50 Cent, who ain't worth 5 cents, with his fucking smile that never goes away, even when he's sad. What's up with that with 50 Cent? He's always, even when he's sad, he's like, what is he? The black fucking Jason Ritter. What was John Ritter's son in Freddy vs. Jason? What was his name? Was it Jason Ritter? Whatever the fuck his name was. Just, again, they're both like, even when they're sad, they're like, 50 Cent sucks. Anytime he's in the movie, you know he's gonna suck. This once again proves it. Bautista, he's in like interspersed in like 5 scenes. The scene with Stallone in the bar I told about. He sees this guy named Bud and gets a name and some guns. A few times where he's talking on the phone, and at the end he like shoots 4 or 5 people in a hallway, then goes in a room and shoots the equipment. If in the promotional material you saw robots, yeah, because the robot is like hooked to wires, and yeah, it's hooked to wires, and Batista shoots that. There's this bit with these 3 bald guys, like these 3 bald albino guys, and from time to time, like they're really into computers, I guess, and I guess one of them knows the layout. And the guy who got fired, he's in there with them. And he says, "Oh yeah, well, someone mentioned one of them has the plans to it, but they don't know which one of the 3." And then the Asian guy finds out, and oh, lo and behold, the one guy who got fired a year ago, he's the bad guy. Wow, what a surprise! The guy who got fired. Who has motivation of being pissed off with these guys? Oh, the guy who got fired. I wonder if he's the bad guy. Oh shit, he is. Wow, that's surprising. From time to time, the Asian guy is just imagining what the prison looks like and hearing sly narration. Stallone gets himself caught. There's a point where Stallone gets the shit beat out of him by like 20 people. He can still get in contact with 50 Cent, something about something in his tooth that was planted in by 50 Cent. They pretty much talk and plan until the place goes offline. They push one piece of the wall that becomes open. Slide goes to the main bad guy. The Asian guy fights a bald guy who I've seen him before. I've seen him in other stuff before. I think he was on the Lost TV show as like the Man in Black or whatever the fuck he was called in that. I forget. I've seen him in stuff like he was in an episode of the X-Files called Darkness Falls. He's been in a couple movies. I recognize the actor. The Asian guy kills him. Bautista drives his car in, and that's when he shoots the guys in the hallway. Sly has literally, again, like 30-second fight with the main bad guy. Punches this guy 3 times. He gets beat up. Grabs him. Sly gets thrown over onto the ground. The guy has Sly in a chokehold. Sly turns it, gets in like a fucking net breaker, as if he's doing the DDP diamond cutter, and then fucking breaks the guy's neck. Which I think you see that in the trailer to this. And then Sly, Bautista, and the one guy, Jesse Metcalfe, whatever, the white guy who's on their team, are talking with this hologram guy. And I swear the hologram guy looks like something I see in a fucking Full Moon Entertainment movie. Like fucking, this is, now I'm trying to think of fun moon entertainment movies, like Arcade, Robot Jocks, like those movies. While the Asian guy gets his cousin out, and Sly pretty much goes, we're gonna find you for sure, and it cuts to the credits. Might as well have said fucking to be continued. The only thing I could say that I did not mind was some of the synthesizer music. It isn't the worst. If it was in a better movie, I'd see it working. But goddamn, man, this movie. The reason it makes me mad is that I am a fan of Stallone. That's why I'm so mad. Because I know the guy doesn't have many movies left. That's just time. That's just age. And if he only has this many movies left, he's wasting it on drivel, on horse pucky, on bullshit like this. He could be doing, maybe some really great acting roles and wonderful scripts. If you want to do a sequel to Cobra with that director Nicholas Winding Refn. Just don't have him write the thing. But have him with that visual style of Drive with Ryan Gosling. Could you imagine a Cobra sequel with that style and look? Or like, that trailer to Mandy with Nicolas Cage? Imagine a Cobra sequel that visually looked like that. I bet if I was in front of a group of people who are really big into Stallone, and I mentioned that, they would approve that more than an Escape Plan 2. That cost like $10 million, but looks like it cost $10. 10 million, or whatever the hell budget, really? Fucking Drive or Mark Dacascos, speaking of a different movie called Drive, Drive and Mark Dacascos cost $3 million. But if this film cost 10 or so million bucks, what the fuck did the money go to? I guess Stallone probably got a big chunk of the paycheck, and that's where the budget went to. And wasting his time on crap like this, money wasted. Hell, if you want to retire, take this money, do a 25th anniversary of Demolition Man. Came out in 1993. It's 2018. They did that Comic-Con thing with the Taco Bell that was out of Demolition Man. Do a special edition Blu-ray with all the deleted scenes, a new documentary, new interviews with Stallone, and Wesley Snipes, and the director, and maybe Sandra Bullock, or even, at least people like Rob Schneider, to talk about the making of the film. It deserves it. Cliffhanger. I wouldn't mind seeing a newer Blu-ray with a new documentary. Maybe get John Lithgow talk a little bit about it. Get the Janine Turner, Michael Rooker, as well as Stallone and Rennie Harlan. Get the guys who played the villains, like Leon and all those guys, who played the terrorists, the bad guys. All stuff that could be better usage of money than this. Making Escape Plan 2 with no Arnold in it, which was the big gimmick of the first movie. You get a horrible director who cannot direct action. Every time there's action, this happens. Obnoxiously. When there's effects, they're cheap. Out of Asylum Sci-Fi Channel. Really, if this was an Asylum or Sci-Fi Channel movie, I wouldn't bat an eye. I would not be surprised. It's that fucking cheap. The script is boring. It's trying to be a rehash of the first film, or watch Fortress or even Fortress 2. Those are better versions of this movie. Stallone, he's a star. He's barely in it. Again, he's literally about 7 minutes in the first hour. Bautista, a couple minutes. Literally in the entire film, he probably has 7 minutes total for the entire film, Bautista. The new people, the Asian guy is a horrendous actor. He has stilted delivery of his dialogue. I'm not kidding when I said I thought Teddy Ruxpin could be a better actor than him. The other guys, The villain is nothing. The other guy, the white guy, why was he even in the film? He didn't need to be in the film. He brought nothing to it. 50 Cent, he didn't need to be back. He never needs to act again. Well, it would assume he'd acted in the first place. He doesn't act. He just exists in these movies. There's no acting. The action scene, the fight scenes, again, hampered by fucking this. The story sucks. The dialogue sucks. How do you say I am stupid? And it's bad to be back. Yeah, it's really bad to be back in this deep plane universe. First film sucked enough, now you got film 10 times worse. And yeah, Steep Plane 3 coming out. For some... Okay, why? Why? Because they made money overseas. That's why. Cheap jack horseshit. Shitty characters, bad acting from the new characters. Waste of money, cheap ass sets. Not sets, but sets. Cheap ass effects. Horrible shaky cam action. Stallone's barely in the fucking movie. Bautista. I'm just repeating myself, so I better end it here. This movie is... I would say it is the worst film I've seen this year so far. I really would. It's funny, I saw another film called Rampage with The Rock, and I'm like, it wasn't... I can't say I liked the film. I haven't uploaded that review yet. I recorded it. I don't... Rampage with The Rock, at least there's a section in the movie I enjoy, and that's a fuckload better than this movie. I really, when I upload my rant on Rampage, it's gonna be I gotta put mild rant, because to leave room for like, at the end of the day, I didn't like Rampage, but there's stuff in it I liked, but the movie as a whole, this is actual shit. This is the fucking... I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, I fucking cut my finger. My brain is fried. My balls are drained. Why are they drained? Because this movie sucks. And it sucked everything out. And it didn't even have a courtesy to swallow. Sly, fire your agents, or uh, have your daughters maybe give you a pep talk. Or have someone please give you some kind of talk. You decide not to do a film with Jackie Chan, but you're doing shit like this. You're not a Stallone fan. No, I'm not a fan of fucking shit. I should go back and watch Rambo 1, 2, 3, and 4, Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, Over the Top, Cliffhanger, Lockup, ICU, Nighthawks, Copland, Daylight, Assassins, even The Specialist. Dick Carter, it's another one that's underrated. I like Dick Carter. I reviewed Dick Carter. Defended it. Sly, retire. If this is the shit you're going to be doing, just retire and be happy, man. Do interviews and talk about your older movies. It's just, I don't know, such a boring fucking movie. Such a boring as fuck flick. Later.